when you see things? No. What other criteria do you employ to determine what's real or not?
Look, we are rational, emotional creatures.
100% I agree with you.
So there are a combination of rationality and emotion.
Correct, I agree.
And we have too many neurons in our brain, much too much. We don't use a small part, the majority, but this crazy brain of us makes us imagine all kinds of unreal things. You look at I have two cats, I love them.
Okay.
These cats are the most down-to-earth creatures because they see food, they smell it, I want it.
Yes.
They see danger, they're afraid.
Yes.
They don't have too much brain to start imagining about other realities. They have simpler lives. The problem of people, they imagine too much realities. That's why they have to ask what is real. Because for simple creatures like cats, they know what's real. That's it. They don't have to bother with their imagination.
Okay, so I agree. I agree what you said, that we are rational and emotional beings. I agree with that 100%. We're built on that. You know, that's what differentiates between the animal kingdom and human beings, right? Animals don't have a rational mind. They don't reason, but we do. We reason things, yeah.
They reason. They reason.
No, they go by the instinct. They go by the instinct.
There's a lot of rationality in the instinct, but fine.
No, but they don't distinguish what's right and wrong. They go by the instinct.
But we are also have a very important part that is instinctive.
Yeah. So regarding the proof of God's existence, I believe one of the evidences is instinctive evidence. I'll tell you why. Because every person feels that there is a need of a master above them.
Okay.
Yeah. When major calamity...
But you came now with a statement. Every person feels that there is a master, that there is or they should be.
That they look up to something.
So every person looks up for something.
Yes. That's instinctive evidence. So
I'm not looking up for something.
So
I like physics.
Yeah.
I like understanding quantum mechanics, how... It's very interesting about galaxies.
Are we talking about speculative science? Or are we talking about hardcore science?
No, I'm talking about certain facts that can be repeated. So if
the scientific method. Okay.
So I can the scientific method that it's not a one-time event, that I can even predict, I can see patterns, rules, and I can repeat it. So if I see a galaxy somewhere, I go with another telescope and I also see the galaxy. Wow.
So let's first define the scientific method, right? So scientific method is the study of the natural world or the physical world through observation, experimentation, and repeatability, right?
And
repeatability.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Big Bang theory, right? That's what scientists and cosmologists, they say that's how the universe began, right? Do you subscribe to that view? That
I subscribe to a lot of facts related to that.
But there are no
you
facts.
can measure that galaxies and the universe is expanding.
But can we test it?
Yes.
Can we repeat it?
Yes.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. No, there are certain things that are measurable.
Okay, so
it's like I can check now 10 seconds on his watch. And I will, if I had a watch, I have my phone.
Yeah.
I will also check 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I will tell him, for example, go run the fastest that you can do. I will test it with his watch. I will test it with the clock on my phone.
Yes.
And it will come more or less to the same distance.
But scientific method doesn't give you certainty.
What is certainty?
Okay, certainty meaning there's a knowledge that you know 100% facts. So you cannot say the Big Bang is 100% fact.
I'm not saying it's 100% fact.
So that's what I'm saying, which is scientific method.
There are certain problems there that are not clear.
Yeah. So
inflation theory.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly. But do we agree that is science when I say the scientific method, is scientific method the only avenue to gaining knowledge?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what other avenues would you consider to gain knowledge?
To measure my feelings, to learn inside myself, to learn myself.
Okay.
It's not always in a scientific method.
Yes.
I have experimentation with myself. I see how I feel, how I react, how can I improve it.
Okay.
It's not always going by the book of science. I mean, there is different ways of creating knowledge.
Okay, so I want to give one example. So there's something called impossible existence. So impossible existence. I'll give you one example. Circular triangle. What do you think of that? Do you think it can exist or not?
Yes.
It can exist.
Yes.
What, circular triangle?
Yes.
Why do you believe that's possible?
Because you just said it.
No, I said no.
You just said
because
circular triangle.
Yeah, but not absurdity. Because
Sorry?
not absurdity. When I say possibility, I don't mean we also take absurdity into consideration. So, for example, circular triangle, right? Basically, circular has no sides. Triangle has 3 sides. That's a paradox. It cannot exist at the same time. There's something called the law of
claiming.
But that's called the law of non-contradiction. It's called the law of non-contradiction.
But I'm saying when you go on certain principles,
Yeah.
in certain perspectives,
Yeah.
things that you think cannot exist,
But you said you're irrational
Actually-
beings, correct?
by rationality,
Yeah. So using our sound intellect.
certain things that contradict my instinctive
That's
view
correct.
can
Correct.
actually exist. Because I
Correct.
can look at a triangle
Yeah.
and I can say it can never measure a ton.
No.
I look at the
yeah.
triangle, but if I look from another side, I see that it's actually a huge piece of gold
Yeah.
of this triangle and it weighs a ton. So if I don't see what's behind the triangle, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that's all hypothetical. What I'm saying is, because we conceptualize the definition of shapes, correct? We define a triangle and we define what is circle, correct? There's no scientific data.
There are more
there's no-
sophisticated
so
ways to
let-
define it.
Yeah, but there's no way to empirically prove whether circular triangle exists or not. The only other avenue of knowledge to come to conclusion whether it exists or not is we use our sound intellect.
But
And like you said, without using our sound intellect, there's something called the law of non-contradiction. So meaning that a circle, by definition, means there's no sides. A triangle means there's 3 sides. How
But-
can it simultaneously exist? It's a paradox.
But it's the same like I'm saying there is a certain point on a circle that if you draw a line, it
No
will,
mathematician say that.
it will touch this point.
It's a mathematical truth. It's a mathematical truth that a circle and a triangle, there's no such thing as a circular triangle.
But in
Because
mathematics, you have different approaches
Yeah.
based on different axiomas.
No mathematicians would ever say that circular triangle is possible to exist. It's impossible. Because
For
because of-
thousands of years,
Yeah.
mathematicians said, and no mathematician would contradict, that 1 + 1 = 2.
yeah, but we conceptualize what is one.
But
Yeah. So
there are mathematical
Right.
theories that are proven
Yeah.
to exist in a certain reality.
Correct.
That 1 + 1 is not equal to.
Okay, so are you saying 1 + 1 at any given time can be equal to 3?
No, under certain approaches, patterns, axiomas.
Exactly. So let's talk about the patterns and forms of a circular triangle. Let's look. We define what is a triangle. It's 3-sided. A circle has no sides. Can it exist simultaneously? There's no such thing as a circular triangle. It's a mathematical truth.
I
Sorry.
would say that what you're saying, what you're claiming, might be right, but it's not absolute truth what you say, because I'm looking at the past. Certain things humans said, and you would go to jail 500 years ago if you dare to say that we are circling around the sun and it's not the sun circling around Earth, because Earth is the center of life.
Yeah.
But and everybody and people went to jail for claiming that Earth is not the center of the universe.
But that's not applying to the law of non-contradiction. Because
The law of non-contradiction was created by human beings.
Correct. But do you agree with that law?
No,
You don't agree with the law of non-contradiction.
no,
So I could say 1 + 1 = 3.
yes. And there are mathematical theories that say that
I
1
think
+ 1
if
= 3.
you ask any mathematician, I'm
But I
pretty
don't
sure.
care. I'm not a mathematician. I myself.
Well, hang on. Come on. There's some rudimentary principles that we know about mathematics. Come on. I know my times tables and multiple times table, right? No, I don't need a mathematician to tell me that 1 + 1 is impossible for it to be 3, 4. 1 + 1 = 2. That's a mathematical truth. I don't need to become a mathematician.
You know about I numbers?
These are fundamentals.
You know about I numbers?
Sir?
I, imaginary numbers.
Imaginary number.
Yeah,
Numbers is an abstract.
Sorry?
Numbers is an abstract. We conceptualize it.
So,
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if we conceptualize it, right, that means, first of all, you cannot use a scientific method. Because you cannot touch, feel numbers, correct?
of course. course.
Okay,
we
fine.
do have abstract.
And what's amazing is that you said the scientific method, and I agree with you. You make predictions, correct? And you measure. Yeah, you can measure. Can you measure without mathematics?
Yes. With a feeling.
No. Can you measure without mathematics?
Yes.
How?
Cannot measure feelings.
I feel hungry, and so it would be around the middle of the day. Middle is mathematics.
How can you imagine that?
I feel hungry.
How can you measure it?
I feel hungry.
You can't measure
How
that.
much are you hungry?
I can be very, very hungry.
What is very, very
It will
hungry?
become dangerous.
No, that's subjective feelings.
Subjective.
That's subjective feelings. I'm talking about can we? So you're talking
Is
about.
there anything not
you're,
subjective?
So you're talking about qualitative. I'm talking about quantitative. So when we say the big.
One is two.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So when you say so the Big Bang theory postulates, I don't particularly believe in the Big Bang. I don't use science as my
theory.
criteria.
I don't
But
see
it's a
it there.
theory.
Believe
That's
it.
the theory.
It's
Exactly.
not a religion.
So listen, there's a law, like
Yeah.
a law of gravity,
Law-
which is
exactly.
fact.
It's a
There's
fact.
a law of theory, which is a theory,
Yeah.
made up thing.
We decided that it's a
Assumptions.
law.
It's assumptions.
It's assumptions, patterns
law.
that we see that are
Okay,
repetitive,
but how do- okay,
but
wait.
definitely
What-
not sure that are happening with galaxies because you have the black matter.
Okay, what's the-
You're
okay.
missing. It doesn't work in larger and smaller
What's your
scale.
name? Sorry. What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob. Raihan. Nice to meet you.
Adam Saleh.
That's it. Nice to meet you. Look, the Big Bang theory postulates that 13.7 billion years ago, the universe existed from singularity, correct?
Right.
Okay, so we quantify. How did we able to quantify? By measurements.
It's
And we need you need,
certain assumptions that they think that we can quantify it, but there is no absolute certainty that that's what happened.
that I agree with you because scientific method doesn't give you absolute certainty. I agree
Okay.
with that. But you're using a mathematical model that you cannot scientifically prove to me that mathematics exists because it's abstract.
Right. So
Right. So how can you then say? How can you not then take rationality into consideration? Why only the
because
scientific method?
I love rationality.
I do. Brilliant.
But
So-
I'm saying that rationality is not absolute. It's not the absolute way to look at
Okay,
life. Because
okay.
we are emotional people,
Okay.
and with emotions, we break to pieces rationality.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, right? If I come to Speaker's Corner, I'm already in Speaker's Corner, right? If I say I existed before my mother, is that rational or irrational?
Absolutely rational
Oh,
these
why-
days because of relativity theory.
Can I ever exist before my mother?
By the relativity theory, mathematically, yes.
I can exist before my biological
Yes.
mother.
Yes.
Then there's nothing to really discuss.
It's
Okay, yeah.
but the
There's nothing to
relativity
discuss.
theory. I mean, relativity theory.
I don't think you're being honest. I don't think you're being honest.
But relativity theory, but mathematically,
Yeah.
I can show it, and
No.
I think he's being dishonest, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows it.
You're being dishonest. All right, I'm going to end the discussion here, but I'll leave one thing. There's an argument in the Quran.
When
wait,
I'm
sorry.
curious,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
And where you are saying is that there are certain absolute things.
Yeah. So is it absolute? So is it
and
absolute
we are
truth that we
arguing
exist?
about how absolute things can be absolute.
Yeah, but are we absolute? Okay, is it
And
absolutely true?
what I'm curious
Yeah,
to listen
Jacob.
is how do you see, with your absolute
Yeah.
approach, that
Yeah,
there are certain things that absolute,
I'll tell you what.
no circular triangles,
I'll tell
and
you
no
what.
existing
I'll
before
tell-
mother of
yeah.
a person, that it leads you
Yeah.
also to the absolute reason that there are certain rules
Yeah.
in our reality
Okay.
that we live in.
Okay.
That,
So how certain do
and
you?
there you arrive
Yeah.
to God. That's
Okay,
where
Jacob.
I'm
Jacob,
curious
forget about
to the link.
forget about
Where
God
do
right
you
now.
click?
Forget about God right now. How certain do you exist?
Oh. How do we know that we are not arguing inside a dream? You cannot
no,
prove
no.
to me.
Answer a very simple
Okay,
question.
I don't know. Maybe
Sorry,
I'm dreaming.
brother, one second.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Oh,
Prove
maybe
to
you're
me.
dreaming.
Prove
Do
to
you know-
me.
Wait.
No, but the question is, are you dreaming?
This is it.
Are you dreaming?
I don't know.
This is where we cannot. This
Can
is
you
where
prove
we
to me
cannot.
that I'm not dreaming?
Jacob, this is where we cannot.
Dishonest,
This is where we cannot discuss further, and I tell you why. Without the belief in the Creator, everything's uncertain for you, and this is the answer.
Something like in a big
Without believing in the Creator,
Yes.
everything's uncertain for you. All right, and I'll give you one argument for the Quran. I'll give you one argument from the Quran. In chapter 52, verse 35 to 36. It says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون. Were they created from nothing? Or did they create themselves? أم خلقوا السماوات والأرض. or did they create the heavens and the earth? بَلْ لَا يُقِنُونَ. Nay, they are uncertain. They have no firm belief. This argument from the Quran is supposed to be rhetorical.
Those that are. Oh, so
It's a rhetorical argument.
I'm accepting that by the Quran I'm a kafir.
No. I'm not talking about.
Never mind.
Jacob, no.
No, never mind.
I'm trying to postulate here the Quran.
Yes, it's very interesting. I'm going to remember chapter 52. I'm going to check it.
Thank you. Okay.
No, I'm very curious.
Okay.
Because I love the approach on creativity and on existence in the Quran. That's fascinating.
No,
and
did you understand the argument? So the Quran gives a rhetorical
If I don't
argument.
believe in the Creator,
Yes.
then I will always live in uncertainty.
Yeah, and you're only proving that.
Absolutely.
You're proof that this
think
Quranic
you're in a
argument actually proves.
And what's wrong? I'm a happy guy. I live in uncertainty and I'm very happy.
How certain are you happy?
Yeah.
20 over 20, not 10 over 10.
So you are certain.
I'm not competing with your happiness
No,
because we don't know how to measure it.
I'm not talking about competing. You're saying you're very happy. So how certain are you happy?
I don't care that I'm not certain that I'm happy. It's enough for me that I feel that I'm happy.
You previously said
I'm happy.
You know, this Quranic argument, by the way, proves people like you actually strengthen my belief in the Creator.
Sorry?
People like you strengthen my belief that there is the Creator. It only
I'm
strengthens
happy
my
for
belief. No. I'm saying to you.
I'm extra happy now.
Think about this. Okay.
great.
So Jacob.
you said you cannot measure
I'm not trying to
feelings,
convince you
right?
otherwise.
No, I'm not here to convince. But I'm saying there's some principles that we should agree upon.
It goes
But you are very.
I'm sorry by this statement.
Okay.
There are some. We don't have to agree on certain principles.
So is bashing up a child's head, is that right or wrong?
Sorry?
Bashing up a child's head, a baby, a newborn baby, is that right or wrong?
Horrible, very wrong.
Oh, so we can agree on something.
I hope.
How certain is it wrong?
I hope.
No,
But
you
we don't
hope.
have
So
to.
it could be. So you could be right.
Yeah, it could be right.
That's it.
Could
You
be
only
right.
prove the Quran, man. Alhamdulillah. This argument from the Quran is so powerful. Were they created from nothing?
This
Were
is
you-
alive.
wait, hang on.
Alhamdulillah, I'm with you.
No, were they created from nothing? Were you created from nothing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
You know what nothing means?
What is nothing?
Nothing means the absence of everything. No space, no
What
matter.
is everything?
No potential.
What is everything?
Everything. Like yourself, the trees, the universe, everything.
But maybe there are other universes.
Nothing
But
is
maybe
the
there are other
absence of everything.
universes.
Sorry?
Maybe there are other universes.
Yeah, that's something.
Maybe
So-
every universe has a God.
That's something.
Maybe every universe one has Muhammad, one has Moses,
Yeah.
one has
Maybe. You're living in
Joseph.
this universe.
Wait,
Come back to this universe.
Jacob, how can you say to me with certainty that bashing up a child's head is wrong, but yet you're saying I'm uncertain about anything?
Yeah,
you are
That's
certain.
my
Wallahi,
certainty.
Wallahi, Jacob.
Because that's
Wallahi,
my
Jacob, you need to be honest
certainty.
with yourself, man.
That's my certainty about certain things that I judge, that I allow myself to judge.
Jacob, this argument from the Quran, you are confirming the argument from the Quran. Without the belief in the Creator, you're not uncertain about anything. But when you believe that there's the Creator, you're certain. I'm certain that I exist because I believe there's the
So wait a
Creator.
second. How do you exist? Where did you come from?
How the hell do I know?
No, it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. Yeah, it's a
waste of
It's
time.
a waste of time. Yeah.
But Jacob,
Doesn't wanna
I
admit
think,
to
look,
the truth, you know what I mean?
Jacob, Wallahi, you know deep down that there is the Creator. You know deep down. You're just being intellectually dishonest with people.
How do
However,
you know how I know deep down?
because it goes against your instinctive nature. It goes against instinctive nature. When you are
How do you know about my instinctive nature?
Okay, so I'll give you one example.
I'm going to sleep when I don't know if the Creator exists.
I'll
and I'm
give him-
very
I'll give him
happy.
one scenario.
I don't wake up at night sweat. Oh my God,
Jacob.
is God existing or not? I'm
Oh,
sorry,
Jacob.
I'm not.
Wait. Let's
no
say,
disrespect,
let's.
but I'm okay with
Okay,
it.
Jacob. One more thing.
I'm okay.
Okay,
and
Jacob.
I'm not trying to
No problem.
convince
Yeah, are
you
you being
differently.
No, I'm not here to
Are you
convince.
being honest here with us?
Are you being
what?
honest with us?
Very much.
You're being honest.
I'm completely open. I don't hide anything.
Okay, so we'll end the discussion. But one more thing.
Yes.
Let's say you are trapped in the basement.
Yes.
Okay, you're trapped in the basement.
Yes.
You try to call your wife, your children, but there's no network connection.
No.
You're completely stuck, and you need help. Who do you ask? Who do you ask for help?
Oh, I know that you'll be.
Where would your eyes go?
Let me
to?
answer you.
Go on.
I know that I might talk to God,
Okay, so that's instinctive.
but I don't know.
Wait.
But
I want you
but
to.
I might tell
No,
him,
Jacob. Let's say you're trapped in
God,
the
I dare you. I dare you to lock me here.
So you do believe God exists.
Or
hold on.
No, when a person is desperate,
Yeah.
he starts to talk to everybody.
Allahu Akbar.
I
think
talk to
he
myself,
believes in
I talk to
something
Allahu
that's
Akbar,
higher
I
power.
That's a
not-
higher power.
Not God,
Yeah,
exactly.
I will
yeah.
talk to Moses,
Something that's
I will
higher
talk to
power.
Jesus,
Good.
I will talk to Buddha,
Good.
just let me live. I survive.
Yeah.
I'm not focused if God exists or not. I'm saying how can I survive? If I talk to God and it will help me survive, I will talk to
No,
God.
but that's what I'm
I
saying.
will talk to Moses, to Muhammad, to Jesus, to Buddha, anybody. I want to survive.
Okay, correct. So do you know what you affirm? That is the teaching of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, every child is born in fitrah. Every child is born with a natural inclination to recognize that the creator. Only after, but however, their parents make him a Jew or a Christian or a fire worshipper. It's well rooted within your heart that you yearn something that's above you. For
Alhamdulillah,
example-
I'm happy for you
No,
that
no.
you believe it.
No, no, no.
I'm serious.
Happiness
I'm
is
serious.
subjective.
Not about
You know,
that.
someone who can have drugs, cocaine, they might feel happy.
They're happy. Happy for them,
Okay,
right?
but you know that's wrong. So let's say, wait, Jacob, one thing. When you are trapped in a base room, yeah, in an attic, for example, there's no network connection at all. You try to call your mom, you try to call the police, no one's helping you.
Okay.
Your instinctive heart, where would your eyes toward? Look up to the sky. Your hands will be raised up to the sky.
I'll see a ceiling.
Because that's your
Slope.
instinctive evidence. First of all, that is higher power. And that's what Islam tells us. Okay?
Okay,
Now,
hold on. Just-
When I'm trapped
Do
in
you
a
believe-
basement,
do you believe in higher power?
maybe I'll start looking downstairs
Oh,
because
you
I
try-
think it's
you try-
tunnels.
you try to do
Maybe
that.
I
Your
can,
instinct-
maybe there is a tunnel.
your
Ask
instinctive evidence is looking up.
Ask
Please
him
help
about a
me.
higher power. Does he believe in something that's higher power?
But if I'm on the other side of the earth,
Right, so you believe
my
in a higher
up
power.
is when I'm looking down here.
So you believe in a higher power, at least.
You don't believe in God, right?
But what I'm saying is that there are people beneath us on the other side of earth. You agree with me?
Sorry?
There are people just on the other side of earth, 180 degrees from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look up. It's what I'm looking down now. I'm looking down and
Yeah.
he's up.
Okay, that's not the point. The point is, do you believe in a higher power? That's the point.
Is there a high power? Is there
there
something?
There's
Maybe.
something, not God. Something.
Okay, maybe. Brilliant. Okay.
Something. We
Something. So you're not an atheist. Brilliant.
Yeah.
You're an agnostic.
I'm not an atheist. I'm
Good.
not agnostic.
Fantastic.
What are you then?
Fantastic.
Maybiest.
So,
Maybe.
Maybiest. That's his term.
Okay,
So
good.
now I'm asking you.
I respectfully,
Yeah.
who am I
So
to
Jacob.
judge that what you believe is wrong?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
There's
Jacob,
no judging
this is
here.
arrogant.
There's no judging here.
So
judging.
yeah, no judging.
No
so
judging
Jacob,
at all.
Agnostic and atheists are judging.
I agree.
I don't want to judge.
Jacob, so do you have an explanation as to why you exist?
Many.
Okay, what's one of the reasons?
Oh, lots of.
Like,
Like what? Just give me
Like
examples.
senses, that I can come to certain conclusions by senses,
Okay.
by rationality.
No, I'm asking you, how did you exist? Why do you exist?
How did I come to this world?
Yeah.
I know about how human beings multiply
reproduce,
and
right?
Okay.
reproduce, and it's amazing.
Okay, so reproduction, procreation. Okay,
Yes.
brilliant. So my question is,
And it still
you
works.
did
I
you-
see women
Yeah.
pregnant, thanks God.
Yeah.
There is continuity, it doesn't stop.
okay,
Allahu Akbar,
So-
Jesus
so do you-
Christ, Moses is good,
So-
Buddha is nice, the word continues. So
not the
I'm
point.
happy for everybody.
so Jacob, do you believe that your parents gave you life?
I more than believe. I have certain assurances about it because I have
Okay.
pictures. I see some evidence.
Okay. So if your parents gave you life, when you die, how come they can't give your life back?
Because they're limited, and I not only that,
Right.
they didn't choose me.
Okay, so think about this. So
I mean,
think-
if we,
so
do-
Ja-
if we think about reproductive
So Jacob-
system, you don't choose which sperm will get into which egg.
Brilliant. Now, Jacob, think about this, right? Think about this. There's an argument in the Quran which I think is very, very powerful and for you to think about. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to debate with you.
I love debating with you.
Well,
it's okay.
I don't come here to debate, but there are some things that we do have to agree. We do, like rudimentary values.
We have to start
Okay.
by this sentence
Right.
that I disagree with you, that there are some things that we have to agree.
No, but within the parameters, there are some things that we should agree. Come on.
We
Okay.
agreed, for example,
Yeah.
about a certain aspect of morality.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
that
Right.
It's wrong.
Yes.
And it's different.
So let me give you an argument from the Quran. Let me give
It's wrong
Yeah.
to hit a helpless child.
Good. So
So-
so there are some things that you are
We
certain.
agreed already.
So we're certain
You
about
said
something.
maybe.
You said maybe before.
I
Maybe.
feel no on this.
No,
I'm
it-
feeling certain.
Rhythm is changing.
I'm not
it's
saying
good
that
shift to the
everything.
goalposts.
He said
Listen,
you
it's
can treasure millions. Then he said you can't
So
treasure
let me
happiness.
give you an
See what I
example
mean?
why it's maybe.
Change narrative.
Let me give you an example.
But
why
you just
it's
said
maybe.
we agree. Now you're saying it's maybe.
because
No,
because
this is
there
it,
is.
it's
But
honesty,
so
man.
let me. Can I explain why?
Go on.
Okay, please.
Okay. Unfortunately, there are wars in life.
Sorry?
There are wars.
Wars in life. Okay.
And you could be in a situation of a war that from the trees there, you see children, but they're shooting other children. Should I hurt the children
That's
there?
moral consequentialism.
Or-
I'm not asking about that. I'm asking. You see an innocent. I'm talking about a baby, an infant. An infant. Someone.
But under
someone.
which circumstances?
Like infanticide. Okay.
Like?
Infanticide. Yeah. When they kill infants. Yeah.
Yes.
2 years old, 3 years old, a newborn child. Can that ever be right?
Just to kill because why? Why are
Oh,
we-
there has to be why.
No, but you're saying I don't understand the example.
Jacob,
I need to
imagine this.
understand the
Imagine this. Someone, okay, with a malicious intention. I'm not even talking about
example. We're malicious in.
with a malicious intention to kill a newborn child. Is that right or wrong? I'm not talking about accident. In wars, yes.
Wrong.
I'm talking about malicious intention.
Wrong.
Fantastic, brilliant. So we are certain about something.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, yeah, great. So let's use our rational mind, okay? So, you didn't exist 100 years ago, correct? You didn't exist 100 years ago.
Most probably not.
Most probably not. How old are you?
I'm almost 60.
All right, so you are certain you didn't exist 100 years ago. Brilliant. Okay.
There is a certain
No.
high certainty.
Right. So, no, think about this, yeah? There's an argument in the Quran in chapter 76, verse 1. It says, has there not been a period of time when human beings were not worthy to be mentioned of?
Again?
Was there not a period of time when humans were not worthy to be mentioned of? And we created humans from a mixed fluid in order to test them, and we gave them hearing and sight. In other words, what the Quran is saying is that you came from a gooey fluid, from a liquid that has no consciousness, that has no matter, and look at you right now.
You wash it away.
All right.
I'm talking about imagine this water,
Yeah.
this fluid, made you how you are right now. How's that possible? Without the Creator.
There are amazing things happening in.
So from blind matter, things can come into existence like yourself.
Give the example of a phone.
Amazingly enough, amazing things happening.
Okay, so from this phone, where did this come from?
It dropped from the sky, brother. It dropped from the sky.
Drop from the sky?
Yeah,
There was a
from the
very
sky.
smart guy,
Wait,
Steve Jobs.
Let me answer.
But
Where do you
there
think
was
this
a
phone
very
came from?
smart guy by the name of Steve Jobs.
Brilliant, Steve
Who
Jobs.
designed.
Ah.
Before Steve
Creator,
Jobs,
right?
Right,
Of the phone.
so
there
the
was actually
Brilliant.
Albert Einstein who
Yeah.
started quantum theory.
No,
and,
I don't believe.
No, wait. I'm not just saying it. For
But
nothing.
Jacob, I don't
No,
believe
no,
Steve Jobs created. I believe he just came by itself.
No. Oh, fine. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, brilliant. So now we come to an agreement. There has to be the creator behind this phone, correct? Which is more complex, the universe, yourself, or the phone?
The phone is
What's more complex?
Yeah, which is more complex, the phone
Yeah.
or the
We're
humans?
all made from
No. I'm asking you now. I'm asking you now, Jacob. Which is more complex, the phone or the universe, the cosmos, the humans?
Get the universe himself.
Himself, you.
Yourself.
Which is more
Myself.
complex? You're more complex. So as simple as this phone requires a creator, and yet you're telling me maybe there is the creator behind your existence.
See, that's irrational.
I think you should think about it, Jacob. Take
That's
care.
irrational. Yeah.
Take care, yeah? Nice speaking to you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
52 second chapter in the Quran. I'm going to check it.
Brilliant. Please check it. Please check it out. At least you're sincere. At least you're going to look into it.
No, I am.
Do you have a
for
copy
sure.
of the Quran, or
Sorry?
do you have a copy of the Quran, the English translation?
You Google today, you have a copy of everything.
I can get you a copy.
Oh, thank you.
You sure?
I'm sure because I will look. I will listen to more lectures.
Thank you
I
very
enjoy
much.
every
Thank you
day. I
very much,
listen to a
Jacob.
lecture.
By the way, if you do want English translation, when you come out of the park towards Marble Arch, there are copies of the Quran. You're more than welcome to take it. Yeah, brilliant.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you, Jacob.
It's a lot of pleasure. I enjoyed a lot.
You too.
our talk.
Take care. Have a good day. Thank you. You too. Brother, these are the mics.
How you doing, Akin?
Alhamdulillah, how you doing? Assalamu alaikum.
Down with the patriarchy!
Brother, put this on the other.
You just put them here.
Oh, in there? All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they record this. I think they record this.